It won't be a long video here. We got 2 Pistons videos I'm going to do today and 1 Lions. Going to sandwich them together. We back Motor City Sports Talk. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. And should the Detroit Pistons move Blake Griffin during the summer? And there is a scenario which they could move him. And I'll continue to elaborate on this whole thing real quick. But scenario would be that Paul George would definitely move to L.A. or move to another team. And Oklahoma City Thunder would be looking to fill a void with Blake Griffin and bring him back home and kind of fill that Paul George void. And if I'm the Pistons, I would just take the first-round draft pick, and they could just put him in there, and that'll get him off your cap, if that's what you wanted to do. And for me, the belief is this. Blake Griffin loves being here. I just read the article. He loves being here, and I like Blake Griffin as well. But the Pistons need to start off from scratch. It should have really started, a couple years ago. They must do it the way Philadelphia did it and get a lot of young draft picks and make the picks and make them correctly and don't have them injured. They must tear it down and build it up, and they should be building with a young nucleus by the time they went down to Little Caesar's Palace. But that wasn't the case. They wanted to win now, and they were trying to piece some things together, and it didn't work out. Bad signings with Reggie Jackson. Before that, it was a whole bunch of bad signings with Villanueva, Ben Gordon, and all those. Josh Smith. I mean, you can go on and on. They've been trying to recreate what they got with Chauncey Rip, Ben Wallace, and that was a flash in the pan. That probably would never happen again in this franchise in our lifetime history. But I mean, that's a scenario where you can move Blake Griffin if Paul George leaves. I mean, you can move him right over there. Nothing wrong. You always could dump him in New York. New York is always looking for somebody to sell tickets, and I think they're a lot closer than the Pistons to winning. But if the Pistons do want to keep Blake Griffin, I mean, obviously, they would want to pair him with Andre Drummond, and I got another video coming on Reggie Jackson. I don't think he should be in the scenario. The Pistons are, they're just having a hard time always getting, free agents to come here. Most guys want to go to Miami now, New York, the Mecca, L.A., more places like that. Now, Houston is going to become the third largest city over Chicago in the next few years by 2020, I believe. So a lot of players would love to go to Houston. No state taxes in Texas, no state taxes in Florida. So, you're going to have to do it the Philadelphia way for the Pistons to be on top, in my opinion. You're going to have to strip it butt naked, in the next 2 drafts, even though they missed out on this one, are electric, are very, very deep. Next year's draft is going to be very, very deep as well. And they just want to piece it together and try to throw something together and put a winner out there. They should have did it the right way. And the NBA is different from any other sport. Usually, the talent level in the NBA drafts haven't been as deep as they will be the next 2 years. Now you have 2 deep drafts where if you can accumulate, some draft picks in both drafts, especially late in the lottery this year and probably late in the lottery next year with Colin Sexton, with Trae Young, with guys like that. Going to be some deep, deep guys and some international guys. Next year with Zion Williamson and guys of that nature. You could have really put yourself in the winning position. But if they want to continue to build around Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin, they can, and hope that they can kind of attract some guard play, or they can look up and draft some guards late in the draft or something like that, which I don't see happening. The Pistons in a tough cookie. If it's the scenario I said happens where Paul George he bolts for L.A. and just wants to go back to California, go back home, I instantly call Oklahoma City and ship Blake Griffin out there, especially if it's a new regime coming in. I ship him out there, and I have no second thoughts about it. First, second round draft pick, get them numbers off the books. And at that point, if you strip him to be bad, then I love Andre Drummond to death. But you got to get him out of there too. Accumulate a draft pick. And we'll speak about Reggie Jackson in a little bit later in the day. But if they want to build around him, I don't have any problem building around Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond. You just got to be able to attract some free agent talent to come play with him. That's what it's going to have to be, or it'll have to be, a draft wizard. Because we need guard play. Reggie Jackson is not the answer. Ish Smith is not the long-term answer. Luke Kennard is not the long-term answer. We need guard play. We need guard play bad. Reggie Bullock, I'm cool with him sitting in that corner, defending and shooting the 3. You need a guy like that, but you need a point guard that can create. You need a shooting guard that can create. And they need depth. The Pistons got a long, long way to go, and I don't think we're going to see a winner anytime in the near future unless somebody come in and make a big imprint and make a big moves. But y'all know what it is. We gone.